Yeah.
CNN down 45%. MSNBC down 26%. Everybody, I mean, Fox News is also down. Like, everybody is down in a major way because they don't have Trump to rally against. Pretty interesting.
It's no threat. It's no threat, shows. It's no threat.
Yeah.
It's no threat. Nothing brings people together like a threat. You know what I mean? It's a reason why, you know, when it bleeds, it leads. You know what I'm saying? The news had a threat every single day.
Literally.
No, literally every single waking moment of the day, it was going to be a tweet. It was going to be and it's so funny because I hear all of these broadcasters say things like, "Oh, it feels so good to, you know, not wake up in a world where you got to worry about what the president is tweeting."
Lies.
You're lying. You care.
They need that.
You care.
Mm-hmm.
You care. You absolutely positively care. And what's crazy is, you know, watching the hypocrisy of this administration, especially in regards to what's going on currently at the border.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? If one of you news networks, just one of y'all, MSNBC, CNN, Fox, if you show just a little bit of objectivity, just a little bit, if you were able to say fuck a party, fuck what an ideology is, just call it right down the middle and talk about the hypocrisy that is going on right now in regards to the border and how Biden is handling it and how people gave Trump hell. Or even if you just simply said, "Hey, man, you know, hate to say it, but I think Trump handled things a little bit better at the border."
Mm.
What? I don't know.
What is happening at the border? I don't understand.
Well, right now it's this whole thing where it's an influx of people coming, which you had to expect was going to happen because, you know, Joe Biden said during the debates that they welcome. You're basically, you're all welcome, you know. And
we're talking about Canadians?
No, this is the Mexican border, crazy.
Oh.
The U.S.-Mexico border crisis.
Built the wall?
I don't think they built it the way Trump wanted them to build it, but they did build some of it. And I mean, people are basically saying that the conditions at the border are the same. You know, they're using different language, right? Like, you know, Trump separated families. But I mean, Biden is, I would say he's separating families too, but they're saying that it's unaccompanied minors. You know what I mean? So they're sending other people back and keeping the unaccompanied minors. They gave $86 million to ICE to create these hotel-like conditions for the unaccompanied minors to be in. I'm just trying to figure out, what are they doing? What are they going to do with these kids?
Why do they need hotels? Like, do we put art? It's illegal. Okay, unless you have like proof of asylum or something like that, it's illegal to cross the border, right? You need. That's not a legal thing to do. You're breaking the law. It's just weird that we would show more grace to people from other countries that are breaking the law here than we would show to Americans that break the law. Like, I think if you're speeding, for example, right? They don't take you and put you in a hotel, right? They put you in jail. Like, we put our own people in jail for things all the time. Now, I'm not talking about people who are, you know, seeking asylum because they're targeted by these cartels or blah, blah, blah. I'm just talking to the person who's obviously trying to come to America illegally and work in America. I don't understand why he has to be put in a hotel.
I don't know, man. I think it's messed up that you all of a sudden can pull $86 million, you know, to give the ICE to create these hotel-like environments, but you got homeless veterans on the streets of America.
Same.
You got homeless veterans holding up cardboard signs that have actually fought for this country that would love to get some room and board. I've been saying forever, veterans that went to fight for this country should get free room and board.
Yup.
They should get a stipend every month. They shouldn't have to pay no bills. They should get free health care, the best health care too. They should get access to all of that. Like, there's no reason for somebody that fought for this country sitting somewhere with no legs, holding up a sign, begging for change. You know what I mean? But you got $86 million to give to ICE to build hotel-like conditions for, you know, immigrants. Like,
God bless. Breaking the law. Like, they know that it's breaking the law.
Listen, God bless those immigrants. You know what I'm saying? I wish all humans the best, but goddamn, bro. You know what I mean? It's kind of hard when you see them when you see $86 million going to ICE, and you know it's not even going to those kids. ICE is a government organization, so technically they kind of just paying back them fucking selves.
Also,
am I seeing this wrong?
No, you're right. But keep in mind also, it's not like it's only kids coming. Like, I think that's another illusion that they're trying to wrap in, is it's not like every person that comes from South America or Central America, right, that it's illegally immigrating here, is also bringing their children. I bet you the vast minority that are coming are bringing their children. I bet you the vast majority are just coming for themselves. And it just seems odd that if they're knowingly entering the country illegally and breaking the law, that we would give more grace to them than when Americans knowingly break the law. That just seems a little bit odd to me.
Yeah. And you know, they're kind of getting in the way of the people who are doing it the right way. You know what I'm saying? Who are trying to get in this country the right way. I read this article.
Who are they though? They Mexicans?
Yeah,
It's I mean,
Central
it's the US
Mexican,
Mexico
Guatemalan, Salvadorian. Like, there's the Central American people who are trying to leave oftentimes horrific conditions. Don't get me wrong. Like, I completely understand the reason for coming here, right? And I would love if we could create a more robust way to let these people come legally into the country, which they would absolutely take advantage of if they had the ability to. 100%. It's difficult though, because a lot of the people that need to come here because they're leaving these horrific conditions don't exactly have a fucking Apple laptop at home where they could pop onto the computer and sign up their immigration form. You know, they might not even have a fucking passport from their country.
What you just said, Schultz, is kind of what I'm talking about, right? It's like you said it's difficult. Clearly, there's no easy solution,
right,
to this U.S.-Mexico border policy. Barack Obama didn't get it right. Barack Obama deported more people than any goddamn president ever, right?
Right.
So he couldn't get it right. Trump didn't get it right. Joe Biden's not getting it right. Clearly, it's no easy solution. But depending on who's in charge, the media will act like one is worse than the other. I read this LA Times article, the headline, Biden promised change at the border. He's kept Trump's Title 42 policy to close it and cut off asylum. The Biden administration says the Trump era policy known as Title 42, which relies on 1944 public health statute to indefinitely close the border to non-essential travel, remains necessary to limit the spread of the coronavirus. But at the same time, Biden officials say migrants at the southern border still can seek protection in the United States, a right afforded to them under U.S. law. Now, there's one expert of this article that I want to read real quick. When the Trump administration implemented Title 42, lawmakers, including then Senator Kamala Harris, called it an unconstitutional executive power grab that had no known precedent or clear legal rationale. But that's that's a policy that the Biden administration is currently using. I just can't deal with the liberal hypocrisy, man. That's just all. I can't deal with it. That's all.
Both sides are fucking hypocrites, man. But I think what you're describing is why so many people gravitated to Trump and were willing to look past his moral transgressions, right? They were so furious and fed up with maybe liberal media and liberal politicians, the hypocrisy of it, that anybody who was willing to call them out, they were going to side with. And I'm sure that there's the exact same response from people on the left who were so tired of the right-wing politicians completely ignoring how the NRA was manipulating votes and making guns way too accessible to people who shouldn't have them. And I'm sure they were just furious with that side of politics. So they become maybe an uber left-wing activist type person, or at least supporter. So yeah, what you're feeling is really fucking natural. You're allowed to feel it. And I think most people, if they're going to be honest with themselves, they're annoyed with seeing that like blatant hypocrisy while also morally grandstanding. It kind of sucks, man.
Absolutely.